Joining me now is Congressman Elijah Cummings, Democrat, ranking Democrat at that, on the new Benghazi Select Committee. Nobody has fought the GOP's endless scandal antics more than he has. Thank you for being here tonight, Congressman.
It's good to be with you, Reverend.
Didn't Speaker Boehner say there would be just one Benghazi investigation? I mean, is Darrell Issa going rogue?
I think he is going rogue, Reverend. That's exactly right. When the Select Committee was established, Speaker Boehner said everything would come under that Select Committee with regard to Benghazi. Chairman Issa decided that he wanted to issue a subpoena, a second subpoena, by the way, to Secretary Kerry to come in. And basically, I think what he wants to do is question him about why he isn't getting documents as fast as he liked. But really, Reverend, all of that information should now be turned over to the Select Committee. But again, I actually believe that Chairman Issa is out of control. I really believe that. Yeah, because when the Secretary of State announced that he will testify before Chairman Issa's committee next month, the State Department says, and I'm quoting, this would remove any need for the Secretary to appear before the Select Committee to answer additional questions. Mm-hmm. Now, in effect, Issa, isn't he undermining fellow Republicans and the Select Committee by doing this? No doubt about it. Basically, what he's done is the Select Committee may very well have wanted to hear from Secretary Kerry, but now Issa will bring him in because the Secretary has already agreed to come in. He's going to come in June, and he will then give his testimony. But keep in mind, if Issa really wanted to hear about some records that he hadn't gotten, it would have been far more effective to bring in the custodian of records or somebody who was actually in charge of the records. Keep in mind, when Benghazi took place, Secretary Kerry was not even in office. So, I mean, it makes no sense. But also keep in mind, Reverend, that this is really very, very political. These folks are going around, that is the Republicans, raising money with regard to the death of these 4 members of our diplomatic corps. I mean, that to me is a very harsh thing to do. But they see nothing wrong with it. Speaker Boehner sees nothing wrong with it. To his credit, Chairman Gowdy of the Select Committee has said, you know what, I'm not going to raise any money like this. The Democrats, all Democrats have made it clear that they're not going to do it. Certainly the Democrats on the Select Committee are not going to do it. But yet and still, the Republicans are going around raising money, having all kinds of commercials, and using the deaths of our diplomatic corps to raise money. Reverend, I think it's despicable. Speaking of Gowdy, who is the GOP chair of this Select Committee, he had to backpedal after referring to the investigation as a trial. Listen to this.
If an administration is slow-walking document production, I can't end a trial simply because the defense won't cooperate. For 16 years, I spoke in trial metaphors, and perhaps I need to get out of that habit. What I simply meant is, when you ask me how long something's going to last, I need to know how cooperative the other side is going to be.
Now, I mean, did the congressman, in effect, give away what's going on here, that this is really about putting the administration on trial and not trying to find out what's happening? I'll take him at his word, but everybody knows that Gowdy, Representative Gowdy, who I have a lot of respect for, is an outstanding prosecutor, and he has shown that skill within our committee. But I do believe that there is a tinge of what Issa has done in the past, because Chairman Gowdy has made some statements like Chairman Issa, where you make a statement and then that's sort of inflammatory and makes the headlines, but then you go in search of the facts, and usually the facts aren't even there. One of the things that I've asked Chairman Gowdy to do is let's figure out what we can agree on, since we already have 8 investigations that are complete, and then limit this thing and figure out what the scope of what we're looking for is, so that we aren't looking for basically on a fishing expedition, Rev. The way you got to limit it and say, okay, this is what we're looking for. Hopefully we won't have those answers by Thursday. Well, it's good that you're there, Congressman. Congressman Elijah Cummings, thank you so much for your time tonight. Thank you.